And we had a tougher, the environment was tougher. So it was like, there was really no excuses.
I don't think there's anybody in pop culture who exemplifies that as much as you do. So where does that come from, and how has it been an advantage for you over the years throughout the different stages of your
Just
career?
my experience. Like I've somehow ended up under circumstances where I've been up against the toughest things in the environment that I come out of before any success takes place. And I always say if there was someone to run and go get, I would have ran and got them, but I have to run and get me. So I had to come back myself every time. So it just makes me not look at what would be the bigger situations in front of me, the harder circumstances don't seem so rough to me. You know, because I've already been up against the toughest things, the biggest obstacles. Each thing that you put up against, right, is how you adjust to things too, I think, because you're gonna have peaks and valleys or have things change in your career at a point, and you feel like, is it at a high or is it at a low? You can't even, because the money is still coming in. You don't feel like there's a change in finances and stuff like that. But you'll see things that you go, wait, I don't understand why they're doing this. Even now, in film and television, I'll look around and go, wait, what is this? Like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, why'd they pick this up? If I don't understand what's going on, then I'm not sure I'm as good as I think I am, right? If you're confused at how the operation is working, then you don't know. If everything I pick is working, I feel great about that, but you go, what is all the other stuff that they're picking?
Right.
What is that? Like, how much does that equate to as far as the audience that they have at the network, or why are they doing it? You know, and just trying to understand that. Because I guess eventually I'll be the network. I just want to do other things, away from trying to compete for something that I don't think you can have it from the perspective that I came in. But you can't have that forever. Because I just, look, in general, I think that I brought an element to it that was representation of the dangerous element in the cities, the environment, and things that go on. And it's because I was subjected to those things. I wrote music that mirrored that. And when you financially are in a great space, and you move into a different stage in your actual life, it's hard for you to continue to convey that. You know? I don't know if they know this, but I'm like rich as a motherfucker. like you know, it's a lot different from writing that from writing what I was at that time. You know, and at that momentum, at the peak of everything that's going on, I wasn't even feeling the adjustment because I already had more than I needed. Like when I left for the first tour, I did my first run, the Rock the Mic tour, everything we did. I came back, I had $38 million in my account, and all I had was a two-bedroom apartment that was $800 a month. So if you don't spend it, you know the IRS is going to take it. So I needed the expenses, you know. So I ended up buying Mike Tyson's home in Farmington and stuff like that, different things. Like I was adjusting to it, like, you know, even at that point, you want everybody to be with you, because you're enjoying everything. You don't want to be. I never wanted to be someone different. I wanted to be a better version of me, like to not have the restraints that I have. You know, and when you come up without finances, it seems like the biggest restraint, and it makes you make that financial or money focus. You know, feeling like that's the answer, but there'll always be new confusion or new situations that show up. I lost money. You don't see my losses. Like it happens, you know, periodically because look, I don't usually see people excited leaving the tables in Vegas if they didn't put chips on the table. You know, you make investments in different things. Sometimes they win, sometimes they don't. More losses than wins, but when you do win, you win so big, it makes up for everything. and that's been the journey, the experience. And then when I shift to do things in a different way, like people look now and say, like they're feeling momentum of me in television now, right? But I started this 10 years ago. There's going to be people unhappy with the success that you have, regardless. They'll, without knowing who you are, individuals could look and just judge you and say, I don't like that. He had that diamond goat on his neck. Why'd he put that there? He got to be a certain kind of person because he liked diamonds. All right? And then they could just assume that anything they would like to register negative, they can just register it negative. Some people, they have the trait of, like, let's say the person's across the street, they look at you, they don't like you from across the street. Some people feel the need to go across the street to say, why, I'm a good person. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't give a fuck about how those people feel about me across the street because they don't care about me. Is it okay for me not to care about people that don't care about me? I mean, like simple things, like if you look and you go, if it would be entertaining for them to see me in crisis.
Right.
So if you saw that and you go, why would you care about a person who would like you to see you under the worst circumstances you could be under?
And enjoy it.
Look at Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again, pigtails, the schoolgirl dress, right? Hottest thing that she's done in music, the image of her at that point. Then when you see her with her head shaved off and she's swinging the umbrella at paparazzi, that picture is as famous as those other images of her. And they paid for one to be marketed and promoted to the general public, big money to make a career. The other one was free to see the confusion in her personal life going on. That was free. They promoted that for free because it was exciting to see it go down. Then when you see you go up, they'd like to see you come down. It's the artist community that does this. It's your fellow artists that does this to you because they look and they go, if you go up and you stay up, then I'm gonna have my shot. This is why they go, oh no, the first album was fire. You don't notice everybody's first album is fire? Why do they say that? They say that it's every artist. They'll go Illmatic, they'll go Reasonable Doubt, they'll go Get Rich or Die Trying, they'll go Biggie, Ready to Die. All these albums, the first album. They'll pick that one and say that one was a classic. No matter what they do afterwards, they won't compare that material to that album, right? And I don't know, man. I think for me, it's not like, I'm enjoying it. Because look, I try not to let things that affect me that I can't change.
Right.
You can't change publicly how people perceive you. At points you see the harshest things ever. You think the timing will just be, you just be in an emotional state where you can't really, or you're not tough at the moment, sensitive because you're not paying attention, and you just see some shit publicly that a person said about you that you go, whoa. And it really bothers you that the person just said that, no matter who you are. And I just don't allow that to create I didn't allow it to create a new vulnerability for me. I allowed it to not matter.